In under an hour's time, Finance Minister Godongwana will attempt for a second time to deliver the budget. The stakes are high as the Finance Minister tries to juggle generating revenue against rising expenditure pressures. We cross back to my colleague Nompumelelo Siziba, who's in Cape Town. Hi Nompu, who do you have with you now?
Thanks very much, Diabo. For now, I just have myself, but I will be in conversation with someone a little bit later. But indeed, just referring to that clip that you just played, indeed, the 19th of February was a shocker. It was unprecedented. We did not see it coming. But here we are on the 12th of March, waiting for the Finance Minister to deliver his budget speech. I don't know if it will be the original one or if it will be changed in many ways. We have to wait and see. But of course, many eyes will be on the Finance Minister, as it's very important for South Africa to know what the plan is in terms of our budgeting for the economic priorities of the country. I've got a number of colleagues, of course, who are going to be reporting in this hour. They include Abra Barbier and a bit later, hopefully, Crisalda Lewis. But without any further ado, let me hand it over to Abra. Abra, over to you.
Nompu, thank you so much. I was listening to you when you actually just stole my intro, because I was also going to refer to the clip that played just ahead of you, especially that part where you spoke about it being 6 minutes after 2, and you know that's when we started feeling that something just was not right. I can't say that I'm feeling completely calm right now, because there's something else going on in the air as well, but obviously we're going to have to be patient. We are trying to get information out of political parties, but we are just going to have to hang 10 until much later on. But I am going to be speaking with the ANC's Mahlengi Bhengu right now. Ma'am, thank you so much for your time. Ma'am, your colleague, Mr. Joe Maswangani, he was supposed to be my guest speaking for the ANC this morning. He cancelled. Now, you come, spokesperson. Is something going on that we need to know?
Well, not from the side of the ANC. Thank you for having us, Sabra. We stand by our initial response that we made to the first iteration of the same exercise, the introduction of the appropriation bill and the other related legislations, that we are expecting a budget that emphasizes an inclusive economic growth. We are expecting a budget that places emphasis on infrastructure development, logistics support, fixing our rail networks, our roads and our ports. In so doing, generating more employment opportunities, particularly for our young, and also a budget that is going to invest in filling the scarce skills as well as the not so scarce skills, but that at the moment cannot be absorbed by government's wage bill, such as teachers, such as nurses, such as doctors, where we need to finance as absorbing them into the civil service in order to meet the health challenges of our country, as well as to meet the educational challenges of our country. So what we stand for has not changed in terms of our expectation of this budget. Increased inclusive economic growth, making sure that we use the revenue to invest in these employment creation initiatives. And of course, making sure that we continue to cushion and protect the poor in South Africa, and therefore all the social security measures that are in place in our country, the grant system, we expect that is not going to be disrupted, because it is important to continue to cushion those of our people that whose living socio-economic conditions are of such a nature that they cannot eke out in existence without the support of a caring government.
Am I understanding you correctly, ma'am? Are you saying that the same budget is going to be presented today that was supposed to be tabled 2 weeks ago?
Well, I'm not the Minister of Finance, neither am I an official in National Treasury. I'm talking about the expectations of the ANC, which indeed does lead the government of national unity. What we do know is that the budget is going to be tabled for sure. We will expand at length in the afternoon when we then react on what would have been presented by the Minister of Finance. But we call on all political parties to prioritize the national interest and then prioritizing certain demands that are housed and projected as though these are demands about protecting the poor, when in fact it is demands about what it is that the government of national unity framework does not, give comfort to some of the political parties. What am I saying? I'm saying that what we saw the DA doing and going out of the protocols of cabinet suggesting that they stopped the VAT increase, which, while untrue, because interesting and we nature. We call on South Africa in under how interested they are. That's
Unfortunately, we lost the audio there.